And we can go ahead and get started with today's lab notes. It's split path, the paths are connected, so it's might be okay. But I'm gonna right immediately off the bat apologize for any of the sniffling that occurs. Or the stuffiness that is occurring. I think I mentioned it yesterday, but I woke up yesterday with a slightly stuffy nose and a bit of a sore throat. Today, it's a very similar situation. I ran past an exit down there, or I forgot to mark an exit. Let me go do that. I still don't feel like I'm dying, thankfully. I don't have like a fever or the body aches. And the general tiredness that comes with cold, yet. But I'm definitely at this point like, okay, I'm gonna have to take some sort of medicine before I go to bed tonight. And definitely going to bed early. Definitely going to bed early. Oh, I didn't click on the door. Hopefully this cold goes away soon. Oh my gosh, fence. Let me leap through you. Dark Shrine? Dark Shrine. This is an inside room, which is a little unfortunate. Oh, you know that I just remembered. The current music playlist is just a very large assortment of random video game music and other random music. I just remembered a playlist, well, music that I need to add to this playlist is probably some Mega Man stuff. I was pointed in the direction of some OC remix and other things pertaining to Mega Man. And I was listening to some of it and I was like, I should add this to my playlist. I completely forgot to do that. Thank you for the treasure key. No, I'm not gonna put We All Lift on repeat. Ooh, my sinus is cleared up for a moment. Hooray. Ah, that's trap gauntlets. Yesterday's lab was not the worst thing in the world, memory serves right, because I ran one earlier. It's, there was, the backtracking wasn't great, and the side room wasn't great, but it was still within 9 rooms, which is alright. It was doable. Okay. Hey, hello Argus. That's the wrong weapon. And this is a trap gauntlet? Yeah, this looks like a trap gauntlet. Well, let me mark this before I forget. So the only key object I have left is the puzzle. That's very convenient. So all I have left to find is the puzzle and 2 dark shrines. So I found everything else. To use all your shaper orbs, I run low on tier 13 to 15 shape maps, which is a problem when I try to spawn Elder. shaped versions of your maps. Shaped versions of your maps you're probably going to be low on all the time, since I think those actually drop less often than the rest of the maps in that tier. I think that might be like a design thing. I can't confirm nor deny, but my personal experience, I've always had less shaped maps than everything else. But I don't think you should be worried about using your shaped maps to spawn an elder. Cause you're using, you don't really use your shape maps to spawn an elder. You just use the maps of the appropriate tier. Let me rephrase. You don't really use a shape map because in order to move the elder influence around, you have to use like a regular map anyway. Unless I'm like misinterpreting what you're doing. Oh, okay, the sniveling is back, sorry. Hey, switch puzzle. This has one of my keys. But the not shaped version won't drop at all. That's kind of the point of the shaping a map. You shape it so the regular version doesn't drop anymore, so you you shape it so you get the higher tier, but it comes at the cost of you never get the lower tier anymore. That's the whole point of shaping a map. You just make it drop at a higher tier forever. It doesn't guarantee it's gonna drop all the time though. Just means that if it drops, it's basically you pick a layout that you like and you make it a higher tier so it's worth running later in the game. The time that I see, okay, if you're not doing Red Elder, then not having the shaped map is gonna be a problem, because if you need to do the shaped map in order to move your Elder influence, and it's in a lower tier than it's supposed to be, then I can see that problem. But that's not a common problem in my mind to have. Oh, I don't even know why I did this room, since Secret Passage led here. Okay. Still need... Oh, the frickin' blah 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 blah. Did I do that in time? Yes, I did. This area has a switch puzzle that I nearly forgot to mark. So there's just 2 dark shrines left. Not in here. Cannot at all spawn in here since there's no points of interest outside that silver door. Oh. Okay, that's Dark Shrine number 3. So I have the entire third section to find the 4th Dark Shrine. Yes, I'm getting those numbers correct. For some reason my brain kept wanting to say I have the entire 4th section to find the 3rd Dark Shrine. That's not correct. That's not how math works. I need to sneeze. Sorry. I couldn't get to the mute button quick enough. I can't get to the mute button quick enough. I don't have a convenient keyboard button for that. Nor do I have a button on my microphone that just instantly mutes me. Oh, okay, there you go. A safe Bizarro, yeah. This requires a little bit of waiting. Alright. Waiting for those elemental bombs. There's lightning. There's fire. We're good. What things in the gauntlets besides Argus / killing the boss drops extra keys? The Curious lockboxes. That's what's behind the trap, and the trap gauntlet, the escort gauntlet puzzles. There's only two Curious lockboxes in the lab. They're always behind the gauntlets and puzzles, and they randomize every single run. So sometimes it might be in the first and the second room. Sometimes it might be in the third and the fourth room. But you hopefully you get the point. Sometimes in the first two gauntlets, sometimes it's in the last two. It randomizes every single run, but they're there. And the Dark Shrine has a random chance of giving you an extra key. Oh, there's nothing down there. Every day, it is the exact same amount of keys you can get. It's always a minimum of 6, maximum of 9. That does not change on a day-to-day basis. It is now static. Oh, and the 8th and the 9th key from those days come from the yen chests. You can sometimes get 2 extra keys from the yen chests. So get 6 at base, 1 from the Dark Shrine, 2 at the end. Alright, I have found everything in today's lab. I just need to tag the last few rooms and then I can wrap this up. Any good lab armor you can use with this weapon? I mean, if you can think of any sort of elemental two-handed weapon or two-handed build, probably anything would work. You don't need excessive damage for lab. You really don't need any excessive damage for lab. You mostly need good recovery, good defenses, and a nice way to navigate the lab. That's kind of more important than your damage. Unless you're speedrunning, then your damage really matters, and you're playing GC mines. Should I be doing all that stuff? It seems like it takes a long time. It doesn't. Trap gauntlets do not take any time at all, since most of them are short. Escort gauntlet, that one does take time. Puzzles don't really take that much time because you can either try to look up the answers, or you've done them enough to the point where you kind of have them memorized, and by that time it's real easy to get them done. Or did I have a second enchant today? I do. Okay, so I'll use one on the boots, one on the hail negator. These were 5%, so these get GCP'd. Nope, that's not where the fragment goes. One more key. Hey, Malkun. And my offering back. Well, I'm too slow. I think today's lab took you 32 minutes to do everything. That might be a build issue then. You don't have a build that moves fast. "32 minutes is a very, very, very long time to be doing lab runs. I would like to know what build you're currently trying to farm lab with. But also let me go ahead and get these lab notes made.